Checking, checking. Alright. Hello everyone, this is Hammer. Back with the conclusion of the Delta Quadrant story arc. Let's get this started. I kinda want to get this done. Alright. Oh man, I hate it when it does that. Sorry, let me just, get my traits back up, because I hate it when they do this. Hold on. Alright. Let's finish this up.
We're about to plan an attack on the Vaadwaur homeworld. We need a battle commander, and I believe you're the best candidate for the job. Meet with Admiral Tuvok and myself at the Denola. There's something interesting.
Let's finish this story arc. Next up is the Iconium War. Alright. The fleet is gathering. This is the final showdown with the Vodwar. Hold on.
Admiral Tuvok will be giving a presentation soon. Until then, I'd like you to speak with our allies and see what they're bringing to the table.
The Vodwar are anticipating an attack of some kind, and we know they are monitoring our ship movements closely. Therefore, I suggest we adapt the tactics of our enemies to our own use. As a diversion, I have dispatched Alliance ships to the Cartella system to engage the Vodwar forces there. If they are successful, by the time the Vodwar realize what is happening, we will have already secured Vodwar Prime. The Vodwar...
Admiral Tuvok will be
Alright. Let's talk to our allies.
We have a firm contract with the Hazari. It would bring them great dishonor to fail to complete it, so I expect that we'll have their full support in this battle. The Hazari ships usually fight in pairs. One ship hangs back and provides shield support for the other. This gives them excellent defensive capabilities, but it comes at a cost. Their firepower isn't quite as strong as it would be if they weren't so dedicated to protection.
Greetings. The Hazari will uphold our end of the contract. To the letter.
Alright.
Good to see you again. Through my excellent diplomatic skills and some assistance from Admiral Tuvok, I have managed to convince the Hierarchy Board of Directors that assisting us in this battle and ensuring the end of the Vodwar will improve their long-term profits. The Hierarchy are experts at surveillance and espionage. If the Vodwar try any tricks, the Hierarchy would be the ones we should send to subvert them.
Greetings. The Hierarchy is anticipating a profitable transaction under your
I'm not sure I completely trust the Kazon after our experience with Maj Sesson, but they say they'll fight for us today. Maybe the Kazon have a large number of ships and fight without fear. However, their lack of organization makes slotting them into precise battle formations problematic. They'll go to war with you, but they may not follow every war.
The Kazon are eager for battle.
Okay.
The Cooperative asked me to inform you that they appreciate your assistance, and are prepared to provide what assistance they can in the final battle against the Vodwar. The Cooperative's main weapon is adapted Borg technology. Cooperative vessels can confuse the systems of opposing ships and cause them to fire on friendly targets. This tactic is most effective in mixed groups of ships, where the Cooperative can turn the larger vessels against the smaller ones.
The Cooperative appreciates your partnership, and we are eager to end the Vodwar threat.
Okay.
The presentation will begin momentarily. Perhaps you would be willing to check in with the representatives of our other allies. We invited Eldex's people and the Hirogen, but neither group chose. The Vodwar are anticipating an attack of some kind. The presentation will begin momentarily.
Already seen that.
Greetings. The Benthan Guard is honored to join you in the fight against the Vodwar. We dedicate our lives to promoting law and order throughout the Delta Quadrant. Finding someone else with the same ideals is unusual, but most gratifying.
It's an honor to meet you again. I am eternally grateful for your assistance on my world. By joining you in this fight, perhaps I can begin to repay a small portion of the life debt my people...
Hello again. You've done so much to help us.
Greetings. Aiding you against the Vodwar was a difficult decision for our people. We do not wish to ally with you, but we understand that ending Gaul's reign of terror is more important than our discomfort.
Interesting.
If you are ready, the bulk of the Vaadwaur fleet has pulled back to Vaadwaur Prime. We expect to face the final might of the Vaadwaur, including Gaul's flagship. Our battle there will have 5 fronts, each progressively closer to the planet. Our rendezvous point will be here, where the mineral content of the moon will help to hide our ships. The Tuareg will secure the subspace tunnels in this area, while the Kabali will help the wounded.
The Admiral has already given us our assignment. Our forces will assault the other side of the planet to secure the area against a possible retreat. Our Talaxian friends will be in charge of transporting prisoners of war.
To give us the best possible chance of success, our battle commander will be able to call in one wing of our allies at each of the first 4 fronts. Each wing of allies has different tactical advantages. The cooperative can confuse enemies. The Kazon have many ships and fight without fear. The hierarchy have unparalleled espionage and surveillance abilities, and should be difficult to take by surprise. Hazari vessels fight in pairs, with one ship reinforcing the other's shields. This battle will be difficult, but we must prevail.
All right. Let's go.
The fleet is ready to begin the assault. I will remain behind to coordinate their movements, while you will be commanding the battle from the field. We have 4 wings of allies at our disposal to help you break through the Vaadwaur lines. The Vaadwaur have sent out several large frigate scout forces. Which wing of allied? We are facing a large number of rather weak vessels. We need ships that would not be overwhelmed by numbers. The Kazon might be a good choice, because they have a large number of ships as well. The Hazari, another good option.
So I will have to choose which
one. The Vaadwaur
one.
have sent out several large frigate scout forces. Which wing of allies do you want to assist you?
Send
That
it
is
to
an acceptable
Hazari.
choice. The defensive power of the Hazari.
Kazon are gonna throw us a curveball. We'll have to deal with them.
Sorry, I'm getting into position now.
Gotta keep my starboard shields to the enemy.
We're facing heavy resistance, but the Hazari are holding.
Alright, that part of the front is secure. Alright, Alpha front secure.
That went well. What do you want me to do? The Toray fleet has secured the subspace tunnels.
We shall establish a medical flotilla and secure the area. Vessels of the fleet can transport any wounded, including Vaadwaur, to our ships for treatment.
Alright, let's head to Bravo.
The Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. Which ally do you want? We are facing a picket line of cruisers, so we need ships that can withstand constant, persistent attacks. The Kazon could be a good choice because of the number of ships in their fleet. I believe the Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. That is an acceptable choice. The Kazon ships should have sufficient numbers to challenge the Vaadwaur.
Something's not right here. The Kazon are in the wrong position, and they aren't responding to my hail.
Kazon betrayed us.
I was worried they might double-cross us, but I never thought they would be so blatant. But come to think of it, they did say some pretty suspicious things during the briefing. Fortunately, Admiral Tuvok and I have a backup plan. Sesson has been encroaching on Hirogen territory for some time. They'll join us in battle for a chance to collect his ship as a trophy.
Well, we got the Hirogen on our side. Alright, let's engage the Kazon and Vaadwaur.
We will hunt!
Explosion is ready to hunt.
Emergency power to shields.
This is almost the event. The Trojan are reporting moderate losses. Kazon and Vaadwaur are taking some hits too.
Alright, that portion of the front's secure. Alright. Bravo front is secure.
We have defeated the first wave of Vaadwaur defenders, and we are entering position for our next offensive. Resistance has been...
Please remember to direct...
This area is secure.
Alright, heading to Charlie front.
The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line of battleships supported by frigates. Which wing of allies would you like to help you? We are facing battleships flying in formation with frigates, so we need ships that can disable the larger ships or otherwise neutralize their tactics. The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line of battleships. The hierarchy should be adequate to the task. They should be able to surprise and disable the larger.
All right. Bring in my hurt buddies.
The hierarchy has contemplated a cost-effective battle plan. The hierarchy is saying we accept the cost part. The hierarchy are performing as expected.
This sector is secure. Let's get over to this section of the front.
Warning, ship is... Target's shields have failed.
Alright, come on. Alright, Charlie fronts secure.
We are ready to begin transporting prisoners of war from
The Vaadwaur forces are
heading to Delta Front.
The Vodwar have constructed a defensive line of battleships. However, knowing we only have one win, the Vod a reasonable choice. The cooperative ships can be effective against large ships. Let us hope the Vodwar...
Alright, Delta Front. Alright. 3 sectors we have to secure.
Cooperative's numbers are few. This fight is more numerous. We are performing within expected parameters. Our technological superiority is more than sufficient to deal with the Vodwar aspects.
Alright. Battle Group 1 is defeated.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Battle Group 2 is defeated.
Ship is under attack.
Torpedoes. Alright, we've secured Delta Front.
The Vodwar force.
We have broken through to their final line of defense, their command ships. However, in doing so, we have exhausted our supply of allies, and the Vodwar dreadnoughts are formidable. This will be a difficult fight.
Checking. Okay. Thought I lost the audio.
Not quite alone. The Hirogen have matters well in hand, so the Rhode Island is at your disposal.
I have temporarily taken command of a cooperative vessel. You will not...
The hierarchy also agreed to send a single ship to assist in the final assault. Under the command of yours truly, of course. I'm finally getting to use my emergency command subroutine. But you would not believe the amount of paperwork I had to fill out.
Last but not least, the Hazari managed to spare it.
I am impressed with the show of support from our allies.
Gaul. Alright.
Vaadwaur are relentless. The probability of our survival is slim.
Well, looks like Eldex came through.
Eldex's help appears to be just what the doctor ordered.
Nice having some Vaadwaur on our side.
Gaul's ship has launched a drop pod to the planet. Sensors indicate he's on board.
And there's the Benthans.
Sir, we have arrived to help secure the area.
Alright, let's prepare for ground assault. Alright. Let's go find them. Alright, this way.
Flanking damage detected.
Be careful about being killed in this area. There's one of the super soldiers in here.
Personal shield losing power.
And there he is. Alright, we got him. Sometimes the respawn point doesn't always register.
Personal shield losing power.
Alright. Let's regroup my bridge officers. Alright. Alright, got the respawn point again.
Welcome, my friends. You should have joined me when you had the chance. Your persistence is a credit to your race. But it is time for this sad story to end. Your blood will drench the sands of...
Alright. Round one.
Personal shield losing power.
Here comes round two.
Congratulations. You have earned the right to die on the hallowed soil of Vatwa Prime.
Oh. Here they come again.
Flanking damage detected.
Although you are clearly not the brightest aliens in the universe, your bravery is admirable. And I do respect Starfleet for ending my people's long twilight. Surrender now, and I give you my word I will spare your people. You and the other leaders will need to be executed, of course, but that is only to maintain order. Personally, I bear you no ill will. That's twice you've refused my generosity. I should be insulted, but your
Sounds
pitiful
kind of familiar
blindness makes it difficult.
by the name of Vladimir Putin. Oh, here they come again.
Enemy combatants take proximity.
The Vaadwaur controlled this quadrant once, and our new allies have only made us stronger.
Yep. Thank you, Eldex.
Is that the best you've got?
Now's your chance! Defeat Gaul!
Okay.
I thought you might like to know. I took the liberty of scanning Gaul for one. He does not have a parasite. And I don't think he ever will. What? That's impossible!
Pretty hard to defeat, just so you guys know. Here comes another round. They're sending in more drop pods. Oh god, one of the supervisors.
The Vaadwaur Empire will never fall, and you will not even be a footnote in our glorious history.
History is written by the Vectors. Alright, wave 4. Let's bring in more soldiers. Missed. Alright, we got Gaul.
Stopped. Time after time we rise from the ashes, and we are stronger for doing so.
Your logic is flawed, Gaul. You are already defeated. The evil I mistakenly unleashed on the galaxy ends at last.
My people and the galaxy must believe the parasites were behind his madness.
The remaining Vaadwaur have surrendered. What is your current situation? Were you able to determine why he returned to the surface? It was a tactical error. Even if underspace was closed to him, Gaul would have had more opportunities to escape if he had remained in his ship. Certainly. May I recommend 7, Captain Kim, the Doctor, and Neelix join us as well.
Honestly, I wasn't sure about coming back to the Delta Quadrant. I have a family and a life back home, and the idea of being 70,000 light years away again wasn't appealing. But seeing the good we've done for the Gabali, and now stopping the Vaadwaur, I think we were needed here. You were needed. Thank you. It's been a pleasure serving with you. I hope we meet again.
While this conflict was regrettable, it was ultimately for the greater good. Gaul's hubris and ambition blinded him to the harm he was doing to the Delta Quadrant and his own people. Now the threat is ended. There will be time to heal the damage he has done.
Words to live by.
I was responsible for the return of the Vaadwaur. Even though Admiral Janeway told me she might have done the same thing, it was ultimately my actions that allowed all this destruction to happen. I participated in the assimilation of many different species during my time with the Borg. Those acts weigh on me. The wanton slaughter caused by the Vaadwaur will do so as well. Nevertheless, I am pleased I could, in some way, make up for my actions. By assisting the Toray, working with the Cooperative, and fighting the Vaadwaur here today, we have helped end what began more than 30 years ago when I activated those stasis tubes and freed the Vaadwaur. Thank you.
Couldn't have known.
War is just a pointless waste of life. Usually for a political reason that doesn't much matter in the long term anyway. I understand that sometimes we need to fight to defend those who cannot defend themselves. I respect that. But what Gaul was doing here was madness. It's one thing for him to want to rebuild his people. It's something entirely different to destroy dozens of worlds to do so.
Doctor's right.
I'm not a man who normally dwells on revenge, but when Gaul and his soldiers attacked my people, it was almost all I could think about. Dexa helped me to see that death doesn't heal wounds of the heart, but thank you. This quadrant is safer now that Gaul and his soldiers are defeated, and I'm glad I was here to see it happen.
Intriguing. This device is not familiar to me, but it does not appear to be of Vaadwaur origin. I will bring it back to Voyager.
With the defeat of Gaul, we've saved the Quadrant from a terrible threat. Well done. This unknown artifact concerns me, however. We'll be in touch once we know more. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Admiral Tuvok and Captain Kim are leading the analysis of the artifact you found on Vaadwaur Prime. I knew you'd want to be there for the great reveals.
There's something...
I made a bit of a decision. This mission I'm gonna do off camera, and as far as this mission is concerned, I'm gonna do that off camera as well. Because I just want to do this last one to conclude this story arc, because this mission right here is kind of unrelated to the whole story arc, to the rest of these missions. I'll be back in a second. I gotta use the can. Alright. Let's go find Voyager. Hold on. Sorry. Had to do something right quick. I made a quick decision. This mission, I'm gonna do in a separate video with that survivors mission I didn't do, because it has a good story that I want to do separately. Alright. Alright, gotta get to engineering.
Welcome back to Voyager. We were about to begin studying the device you recovered from Gaul's communication center. Since you have spearheaded much of our efforts here, I would like you to take the lead once again. Captain Kim and 7 of 9 are at your disposal. Talk with them if you need more help deciphering the device. When you finish your analysis, return to me for further orders.
Glad you're here. We transported the device to engineering here so we could run all the scans and tests we could think of. The first thing we need to do is determine how it's communicating. We can't find any normal transmissions from it, but we're hoping you have some new ideas to bring to the table.
Okay. Okay, subspace.
The device communicates with subspace. We should have guessed that. Now comes the hard part. We need to access the device's memory core. The engineering team here on Voyager is good, and I've heard your team is top-notch, but it might take more time than we have for either team to make a full analysis. We should have both teams give you their opinions on the... You'll need to set switches on the device until we get solid readings. We'll be able to tell if switches are in the correct position, but not which switches. Good luck.
So we're kind of doing trial and error.
The engineering teams tell me 2 of the switches are in the correct mode.
Okay, 2 switches.
Sir, I've consulted with both the engineers here on Voyager and your chief engineer. I am seeing green across the board. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have access to the primary memory core of the device. Unfortunately, we're only halfway there. Looks like you did it again. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have full access to the memory core of the device.
Okay, I just guessed.
7 of 9 should be of assistance in accessing the memory banks of that device. She's in astrometrics, attempting to get a fix on the location of who.
I'll beam the device once I get to astrometrics.
We have access to the databanks of the device. Very efficient work. From the data we have received so far, we will be able to pinpoint the exact transmission coordinates. However, it is possible that doing so may alert whomever is on the other end that we have reverse engineered their technology. There are 3 likely ways to get at the information.
So we should try encrypted inquiry.
Fascinating. Excellent work. With this location, we may be able to finally reveal who gave the Vaadwaur their advanced technology, and why the neural parasites appeared again in this time and place. Commander Jirok of the Romulan Republic has requested to join you on this operation. Her own analysis. Finally, Voyager's emergency medical hologram, the Doctor, will be assigned to your crew.
Okay, come on, Doc.
Hello again.
Elachi. Oh?
Greetings. This is Commander Jirok of the RRW Listen. I know your experience with the Elachi is limited. The Romulan Republic, however, has an extensive history with it. The Tal Shiar used Elachi to help invade Veronat, a colony made up of Romulan refugees seeking to make a new life for themselves. The 2 factions work together to convince Romulan colonies to... All right, we're seeing 3
we already
patrol
know the
groups.
story
Recommend
of
we
that.
eliminate them before we board the station.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Shields have failed.
don't exactly play well with others. Another Elachi ship is here to defend the outpost.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Alright. Alright.
Good. You found a breathing apparatus. That should take care of that nasty cough.
I was thinking we should split up and cover as much of the facility as we can.
This is obviously an Elachi facility. What I know about them comes from the Romulan Republic's databases, but I should be able to learn more as we examine this location. The air here is suitable for the Elachi, which means that you may find breathing difficult. I, of course...
Well, I'm wearing a Sela environmental suit.
These are Solanae tables. I've read the Enterprise D's reports about them.
Not much explanation.
These are definitely Solanae tables, which, if I'm correct, and I always am, is the same race you dealt with after using the Iconian Gateway.
Yeah, we know, Doc. We've done it before. Door open over here.
It looks as if they are converting their captives into more Elachi. If my readings are correct, there are several individuals here.
Yeah, we know. We've done this, like, already enough with the Romulan Republic.
We're transporting you to a Romulan ship in orbit. You're going to be fine.
captives.
You'll be back on duty before you know it. One to beam up.
Kazon.
A Kazon? Even the Borg won't assimilate to Kazon.
Ray.
Everything will be fine, Mr. Teray. We'll beam you directly to sickbay.
Sorry.
Ah, a Hazari. Stay calm. We'll get you the medical attention you need.
Klingon?
This is no way for a proud Klingon warrior to go out. We'll patch him up immediately.
Laxian?
Transport this Talaxian directly to sickbay. Well, the Solanae are deaf. The door is unlocked now. We should keep going.
Yeah, I know, Doc. There's Jarak and her team.
This is odd. You sound like you're in a Solanae lab, but we're in some place that looks like a prison. In fact, I'd say that's exactly what it is. And they've just had a breakout. Whoever it was, they used our arrival as the distraction they needed to make their move. I'll keep looking for more information.
A prison break? Maybe I should go back to the ship.
No, you're staying, Doc.
Neural parasites. This must be where the Vaadwaur were implanted with those mind-controlling bugs. Neural parasites. Just as I suspected. Did you know that several Starfleet officers, if Gaul and the infected Vaadwaur were communicating with this station, it stands to reason that this may be the facility where the bluegill implantation takes place. I don't believe it. The empirical evidence is right in front of me, but I'm actually having this tech, this whole facility. It's Iconian. There are variations on the norm, of course, because of the Solanae and Elachi influence, but the Iconians, as we know them, rarely reveal themselves. The only known interaction with an Iconian in modern history took place on Kronos, when... Wait, you were there! I don't need to explain that situation again. As I was saying, the Iconians don't like to act directly. They use servitors. When Voyager revived the Vaadwaur, their technology was outdated compared to what other powers in the Delta Quadrant had at that time. The parasites gave the Vaadwaur power, but they gave the Iconians control. They were ultimately the ones pulling the string.
Naturally.
Enemy targets
This is more like a factory than a laboratory.
No kidding, Doc.
Some of this technology is ancient, but it's quite advanced. These parasites aren't a natural species at all. They look engineered.
Okay, that's creepy. Alright, let's deal with these guys.
I think we're catching up with the escapees, and they might be from the Alpha Quadrant. We found a dead Romulan in prisoner garb. He was part of the breakout, but I don't know if he was part of the Republic or loyal to the Tal Shiar. Keep an eye out. The prisoner...
Yeah, maybe we should avoid any potential contact with the prisoner? I think I've seen enough combat for today.
We need answers. Sorry, Doc. You're staying. And there's the prisoner. Why does this person look familiar?
How fortuitous.
It's
I thought I'd
Sela.
have to find a way off this station alone. More Elachi. I don't think the Iconians want me to leave.
Of course they don't want you to leave.
Their tenacity is almost admirable.
Looks like you could use a hand.
And now we have their leader's attention.
Oh, delightful. Alright.
Sela! I should kill you where you stand. It would be justice for all the lives you've destroyed.
And if you do, you'll never learn about the Iconians. I've been here for months. I've seen enough to know you need my help.
Fine, you interrogate her. I might get a little carried away. But she returns with me to the Lisette when you're finished here. Sela is a prisoner of the Romulan Republic. Your government can go through official channels if they want to talk to her.
You and this Sela person seem to have some history. I'll leave you to speak to her.
I'll
Not
die.
so fast. You have the weapons, but I have the information. If you want to learn what I know, you'll need to keep those Romulan rebels under control. You've stumbled into something much greater than you're prepared to handle. I'm the best ally you have. I assume you already know where you are. Both the Elachi and the Solanae serve the Iconians. The Elachi are their warriors, and the Solanae are their scientists. They're the ones who created those creatures implanted into the Vaadwaur. Hakiv joined the Iconians out of faith. He thought the Iconians would create an empire he could rule. That did not go as planned. This time the Iconians wanted to control their puppets. When the Vaadwaur asked for strength to defeat their enemies, the Iconians gave them the parasites. The Vaadwaur had strength, but also strings. Strings that have now been cut. I'm sure you had something to... All three of you working together? The world has changed in my absence. Or were the Vaadwaur that much of a threat to the Alpha... That explains some things. I'd love an escort back to the world at large, but I have a feeling you have some questions. I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want. Ah, the crew. The Elachi took them one by one and turned them into those things. Revolting. If I had known that would... Yes, you were asking about the crew. A handful of us were still alive when the station went on alert. We took a chance and made our escape. They died, nobly, as Romulans protecting their Empress. I will remember their sacrifice. Will I be taken into your custody, or will I be left to Chiaru's tender mercies? Very well. It's not like I have...
Okay. Oh, we got the Iconians coming up. That's gonna be a real blast.
We have Empress Sela in our brig. When she was taken by the Iconians last year, many of my people thought she would get away with her heinous crimes against the galaxy. With her in my brig, I am happy to know that is no longer a possibility. Of course, I understand that the Romulan Republic's claim on her is not unique. Her crimes are against all of the Alpha Quadrant. To that end, I will ensure that she be made available to all the Alliance leaders for interrogation and deep...
Well, that wasn't exactly what I'd call a walk in the park. At least we know exactly how the Iconians were controlling the Vaadwaur. And you've certainly put a crimp in their plans. On the upside, as a photonic life form, I'm immune to any attempts at subversion by neural parasites. I'll see to the care of the captives we've rescued. In the meantime, it sounds like you and the Romulan Republic Command have a lot to talk about. Sela certainly has a story to tell. But should we believe all of it? I'll put a bug in Admiral Janeway's ear about the situation.
Of course. Well, I think that I'm gonna say that's it for the Delta Quadrant story arc. I'm gonna do that last mission with the Survivors mission in a separate episode because they tell two great stories that separate from the events. So I will do those next time. But let's just get back to Delta Quadrant Command.
I'll say one thing for Sela. When she puts a scheme together, she doesn't think small. For now, her fate lies in the hands of... There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
But let's get back to the Genoan Dyson Sphere, and we'll call it an episode.
We have a situation on...
That'll be for another time. But this will be the end of the Delta Quadrant story arc. And that'll be it for this episode. Let's just beam down to Delta Quadrant Command. Alright. The next story arc we'll work on will be Iconian War. Then after that, it'll be Cholula's discovery and Klingon Civil War. Terran Gambit's gonna be done completely separate once the last missions are released. But next time I'm going to use a different character. I just picked someone. But it will be the Iconian War next. Hold on. Something I need to do right quick. I need to fix my uniform here. Change the color on this a little bit. Change that red because it's just not good. Alright. At least it's a little more tolerable. Alright. As I said, next episode we'll begin the Iconian War and battle the Iconians. I'm just gonna pick one of my characters at random. One I hadn't used in a while. I want to thank everyone for watching. See you next time.